Good afternoon. Ooh, these cards are already talking to us. Can you believe that? I'm shuffling. Let's just see what this one is because it stopped me in my tracks. Painted face. Ooh. Okay. Painted face it is. How are you guys? Welcome to the Sacred Path cards card reading. How are you doing today? I have some business that I would like to attend to, and I have been deciding on what's the right thing to do, and I just always like to consult with my either medicine cards or Sacred Path cards when it comes to the path, right? What path to choose. So we're going to put self-expression, painted face, okay? We're going to put that over here. We're going to keep that one in mind, and we might have to go back to that one because there's another one in here, and it has to do with asking the universe for miracles. So isn't that amazing? So let's ask the universe for miracles together, and let's shuffle these cards again. I want to shuffle them really good because I'm consulting with the universe. I'm asking Mother Earth, the Great Spirit above, what is the right thing to do? Shall I take this new path or shall I not? Is the answer. The question, and what is the answer? We don't know the answer yet, but literally I'm asking these cards. And I'm having faith in the higher power that what is supposed to happen will happen. And that's the way it feels thus far. So I feel something right here actually, and I think that's it. It literally walked out. So keep in mind, if you just came in, the painted face self-expression is here. And that actually resonates with me, with my decisions in the future. Oh, 2 of these came out. Okay, so what's neat about this, we have stone people, not stoned people, stone. And it's records, knowing, revealed. And actually that's kind of funny because then it has great smoking mirror. So maybe they are stoned, and that's okay, right? And that is reflections. So we have painted face, self-expression, and we have great smoking mirror, reflections. And that one was third though. The second one, and I thought that 1 card came out and there was actually, hey, you get 2 for the price of 1 here. Stone people. It keeps sounding like stoned, but it's S-T-O-N-E, people. And that is records, knowing, revealed. Okay, so that answers my question already. And it's interesting how this one came out first, which is painted face, and that's me, and then stone people, right? And that has records, knowing, revealed. So my self-expression is where do I want to live my life, and my path of where am I going? That is the question. And there is a crossroad in front of me, and I may take that road. And it is records, knowing, revealed. So that's telling me right there, record. So recorded, you know, when you record a deed in your name. And so that pretty much answered my question. Like, I'm just elated because I really want to move to a completely new, I want a new life. Even though I just bought this house in November, I'm ready to go to my next destination. See, because there is no time. There's a timeline. It's just, there's nothing that says, hey, you just bought a house, you have to stay there. No, I don't. And then you got great smoking mirror, which I can't wait. That's like reflections. So we have pulled the stone people before, okay? The painted face, I don't think so. I'm going to have to read about it. Autumn, what are these cards? And the Great Smoking Mirror, I don't think I pulled that at all yet. Okay, so we have a whole new path. So these cards, Autumn, are Sacred Path cards. Thank you for asking. They were given to me on a Amazon wish list, and I picked it, and it just came to me, literally. It's like I knew I was supposed to, this popped up on my Amazon, and I was like, oh, I want that, and I put it on a wish list, and then this lovely viewer friend got it and had it and surprised me, and so it's changed my life. Mika, will you move closer to me here in Wisconsin, dear? Well, I don't know. Let's ask the cards, okay? So thanks for asking all your questions, and now I want to go to Painted Face, because I believe that lately I have been wanting to paint my face, and I want to know why. I know it has to do with the ritual for Native Americans, but I want to know, why have I had such a strong urge to paint my face? Okay. Painted face expresses the inside of me, not my nose or my eyes, the parts that others see. My feelings and my medicine are painted in design, colors of great mystery, who created me in kind. Wonderful. Curie says, let me paint it. That's so cute. Hello, Joe. How are you? Hi, Neil. Thank you, everybody. Hi, Alfredo. Thank you. I just drank a cold smoothie. I made a homemade smoothie. Now I'm drinking water. I did a what's in your blender without recording it, and it turned out fabulous, so we'll be sharing it soon. So they call it the teaching. There's always a teaching. And I want to read the first paragraph, and then I want to move on to the stone people, okay? And let's see. So we could finish Painted Face another day because it's like 3 pages. But I definitely want to start by reading the first paragraph to just get a feel for, so I have something to reflect on. Many movies have been produced in years past showing Native Americans fighting cowboys. In these battle scenes, the warriors of the Red Nation have faces painted by Hollywood makeup artists. A warrior would never paint his face in a ridiculous manner when going to battle as portrayed in these early movies. These artful yet incorrect face paints never portrayed the two real forms of Indian self-expression. War paint and ceremonial paint were 2 different types of personal medicine. Since Native American tradition places a great deal of emphasis on the development of uniqueness and personal talents, it was a paramount importance that each person be allowed the right of personal expression. One way this was achieved was through the painted face. Whoa, that's so cool. So I was reflecting on a story how in my first movie, when I was literally, I think, 4 years old, and I was put in a scene, a film production scene with a bunch of football players, and I was in a huddle. And they were all growling. It was really traumatizing, like later in life. Like I looked back, I was like, what was that? But it wasn't more traumatizing than the experience was rewarding. And I remember being able to paint my own helmet. And I remember my dad, because my dad produced that movie. He was one of the producers. He also acted in it. And so I just remember my dad allowing me to paint my helmet and just choose whatever number I wanted and whatever design I wanted. And so that was really, really great. And I think we might have even had some face paint on. You know how football players put the face paint to reflect the light? Okay, let's read the second paragraph because this is very interesting. The painted face of the war path was intended to frighten the enemy and to add to the expression of that warrior's bravery. The painted face of feasts or ceremony was to show the beauty of the individual spirit to all others of the tribe. Ooh, I would have a lot of turquoise in my face paint. And one day I'm going to now. Because I was going to one day, but then it was like kind of last minute. It was actually Native American Day, or actually Indigenous People Day. So the next one, I'm definitely painting my face. The painted face of feast or ceremony, okay, was to show the beauty of the individual spirit to the others. Okay, that's what I feel like I want to do. The extended family represented by a tribe was a safe place to reveal the way in which each individual walked in beauty. There was no need to use the painted face as a mask in ceremonial situations, for no enemies were present. Masks were used in many dances or rituals when it was necessary to portray someone other than oneself. Oh, cool. The painted face was never used to cover one's identity, but rather to express it in a more personal manner. Okay, and then I found one more paragraph here that I want to skip to, and we're going to read that whole paragraph in a complete reading, okay? And actually, I'm going to get into it. I'm going to get the face paint out. The traditional colors of red, black, white, and yellow, which represent the colors of the four directions and their medicines, were the basic palette. The use of blue and green was not as common because it was more difficult to find clays of those colors in certain regions. Blue represents Father Sky and green, Mother Earth. Ooh, I'm gonna have a lot of blue and green. Thank you for all your compliments. You guys are so sweet. I love you all. Okay. So, just so people that aren't familiar with Native American teachings and cards, they're basically here to teach us about how the animals played a role and still are here protecting us. And also we all have a path, and the Native Americans they come from love and peace, and they all want to share prosperity and help each other, because Native Americans are very grounded people. Not that other tribes or other nationalities aren't. I'm just saying that natives are very earthy, and they have a way of expressing themselves in a natural way where people can understand and relate. So when you talk about the sky and all the elements, the sky, the wind, the lightning, the thunder, we're acknowledging Mother Earth. And what is God? The great creator, the great spirit, Mother Earth. Earth Mother. Thanks, guys. All right. So then they talk about if a tribal member had a special medicine vision, that marked a change in that person's life path. He or she could be known from that time forward by a new name. If this occurred, it was certain that the new identity would change the medicine of the person and therefore change the painted face. Wow, that is so fascinating. Okay, so remember, we're going to read that whole thing, and then I can't wait to paint my face. And then Great Smoking Mirror, and you could buy face paints too. You could start buying them now, because I will be doing that. And we got Great Smoking Mirror, and I don't know where to get them, but I'll figure it out. If not, make them from clay, right? So Great Smoking Mirror we're going to talk about another time. And then Stone People is where we're headed right now, and that's basically records, knowing, revealed. So Stone People, here we come. 285. Okay, now this is the reason, this card is the reason that I came here today, because I wanted a little bit of guidance and reassurance that this move that I'm making, and believe me, I'm taking a plunge, is comforting. I want to feel that there's no like warning signs. I want to make sure that all the doors say go, all the doors are open, and all the lights are green. We have Stone People. I would like a little more insight than just what my brain is telling me, right? So when you read about history, you get that because you get the experience of our ancestors. Record holders of the earth, will you please explain the history that gave us birth, the truth you do contain. Like your cousins of the seas, seas, see? The shells, seashells, that let us hear. Sacred whispers are the key to the history we hold dear. Stone people, we will hear you. Teach us the ancient ways so we may build a future based on prayer and praise. Okay, great. So I literally stopped in my tracks, okay, because this is the card that I'm literally asking the universe, show me a sign, and I've gotten several signs now. And let's go on. Stone people, records knowing revealed, the teaching. The stone people are the record holders for Earth Mother. We have read this before, and I'm not going to read this whole paragraph. I'm going to read, like I did the last one, the painted face, okay? I'm going to pick a few, and we're going to pull out of there. We're going to take that with us, okay? The stone people are the record holders for the Earth Mother. These great teachers can give the seeker much knowledge regarding the history of our planet and her children. The stone's mission of service is holding energy. This is to say, the body of Mother Earth is made of rock that breaks and moves with weather, breaking down into smaller stones that later become soil. Rocks carry records and transport electromagnetic energy on Mother's surface. The stone people collect the energy and hold it for later use. The mineral kingdom is dense matter that has a magnetic quality that allows the stones to record all that occurs on the planet, in the people too. Everything that happens is happening through the rocks. Many healing uses are being discovered for various members of the stone clan. Native Americans have always used clear quartz crystals for focus and clarity. Medicine people in the northern part of Turtle Island have carved and carried many fetishes made of crystal for centuries. The magnification of knowledge and the ability to clearly see through the physical illusion has been greatly assisted by using the clear quartz crystals. Okay, so right after this, I'm going to put the quartz on. So anybody that has any clear quartz, make sure you get it out today. It will definitely aid you. Okay, so now they're talking about many colored stones for healing purposes through the centuries, and they tell you about some of them. And then there's this paragraph right here. Okay, these stone people are considered common rocks. Okay, so they're talking about the people that came to the surface of the earth are record holders, okay? Many will become soil in future generations due to erosion. These stone people are considered common rocks by those not versed in the language of the stones. Every marking on a rock has a meaning, and many times when intuition is used, faces of two-legged and creature beings can be seen on the surface of the stone. These faces are connections that stone has to the children of the earth. For instance, if the face of the musk ox is carved by nature in the face of a stone, that stone person was around the area where the musk ox lived centuries ago and carries those historical records. Definitely. Like when I look at my granite, so I had real stone, like 2 slabs put on top of one of the other here, you know? Or one big one, and then they put it on the side, and it makes it look like 2. But anyway, it's a nice, thick, very ancient. I think this one comes from Africa. They call it African Persa. So I'm not quite sure if it does come from there, or it's just originally it did, and now they have it here in the US. So, but I see, and this happens at several other places I've had that had granite, real granite. I see apparitions, I see faces, I see animal guides, spirits. I see a lot of faces. I see stories. So I literally see stories of mountains and people every day. It's fascinating. If you look at it, you will see exactly what happened around. So this stone, granite, it is a slab of earth from the side of the rock, okay, side of the mountain. So quartz is like ground up, and so you don't know what you're getting. It's just a bunch of stuff ground up. But this is like, it literally was the side of a mountain. So these faces that you see in these animal guides, it occurred at when this was on the earth, a part of the earth. Those things occurred. Like a Navajo story, or just, there's real stories and real people spirits in this stone. And that's what this is, the stone people. Okay, nothing is ever put in our paths without a reason. When we are attracted to a certain rock and we pick that stone person up, it has a lesson for us. The language of the stones is a personal discovery with many messages for each individual. Since we are unique in our tastes, different stone people will attract us. Grandmother Twyla of the Wolf Clan has written a booklet that covers the specific markings that teach the meanings of the language of the stones and is available through the Seneca Indian Historical Society. Oh, I'm getting that. I'm definitely getting that book, because that is who the Medicine Cards book is dedicated to, Grandmother Twyla of the Wolf Clan. Okay, so she has a booklet that covers the specific markings that teach the meanings of the language of the stones. Perfect. Okay, anyone can learn what the stone people are saying through the markings on their rock bodies by using this booklet as a guideline, making it easier to develop our intuition and hear the whispers of the stone people as they ring in our hearts. Okay, beautiful. Let me see if there's one more. Each stone person can be a protecting and guiding force in life. The Sioux called their protection stones woe ties, and the Seneca called them teaching stones. In our Seneca tradition, any stone with a natural hole through it will bring protection to the holder. Stones have been used by native medicine people for divination purposes for centuries. Okay, so they talk about certain ceremonies. The role that stone people play in the tribes of Native America varies from tribe to tribe. Each tribe has specific teachings that were passed to them through the stones over the past few centuries. Since these lessons are based upon trial and error, which then became tradition, each medicine person has varying uses for the stones. The peyote, am I saying that right? Medicine people knew how to use and extract from the poisonous stone cinnabar in small quantities to heal certain illnesses among the people. The Tonkawas used limestone with impressions of fossils to connect them to the ancestors. The Comanches used certain type of flint to make special arrowheads that were called medicine arrows and were used in healing ceremonies. Okay, so that's where I'm going to leave this off, okay? And let me tell you that I came here seeking some type of reassurance, okay? And I could tell you that I got it. That what I'm about to embark on, my new journey, is in my path. It is 100% where I'm supposed to be. And that's it. I'm just going to go for it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take off so I could sign some documents and get on with my life. Because I feel that I have a whole nother path. And my mother is going with me on that path, and my cat, and any family member that wants to join is always welcome. And that's how I am. That's how I roll. That's it. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day, And I hope that what I read here today resonates with you on your path, anything that sparked interest. Because remember, when we read these teachings, they are catered specifically for each individual. And it's not just for me. Like, nobody wrote this just for me. They wrote this to document history and share their experiences. And I'm just so in love with being a part of this culture. And I just really love to be able to show it to you, share it with you, and I hope that it inspires you. Okay, so that's enough for Sacred Path cards today. And I promise you we're going to do more. Woo, kind of hot here. Thanks for subscribing. I saw some new subscribers since my last live video. And thank you for the stars. Thank you very much. It's not easy moving from one place to the other. And when you contribute, I need some water. When you contribute to me like that, that makes me feel great, because then in return, I could be here with you and we could share these wonderful experiences together, and we could have this a part of our day. And we're on this journey together. I love you very much. I hope you have a blessed day. I know you can tell I'm excited. I just feel like I'm following my sacred path. Love you. Have a great day. See you then.